Good afternoon, favorite viewers. Thanks for joining us on the midday edition of the Flash Inflow on Reflet d'Afrique Television. We begin this edition in the central region of the country, where artists all over the national territory gathered yesterday, November 1st, 2020, to mourn the victims of the Kumba massacre on October 24th, 2020. Dressed in school uniforms of both primary and secondary students, these artists condemned the killing of school children and called for an end to the Anglophone crisis through their peaceful march at the Lycée Bilingue des Sciences Yaoundé. And prior to their peaceful march, a meeting was convened in the economic capital Douala to set the modalities for their peaceful protest. Since the October 24th incident, mass protest has been witnessed all over the national territory from both youth and adults. The international community, humanitarian bodies and non-governmental organizations have criticized the act, and many have called on the head of state to put an end to the 4-year ongoing conflict before another massacre happens in the country. Cameroon observed the National Day of Mourning on Saturday, October 31st, in execution of the high instructions of the head of state, Paul Biya, in memory of the 7 kids brutally murdered during an attack at the Mother Francisca Bilingual International Academy, Kumba Southwest region by gunmen last Saturday. And according to the decree declaring the day as a day of national mourning, Cameroon's flag will fly at half-mast across the national territory, and the country's diplomatic missions in honor of the children gone too soon. In the political capital Yaoundé, the mourning was marked by a solemn ceremony chaired by the minister delegate at the presidency in charge of defense, Joseph Beti Asomo, at the ceremonial ground of the headquarters brigade for the hoisting of the flag. A similar ceremony was observed by security and defense forces in all command units nationwide, and apart from the hoisting of the flag, the day was marked by prayer caravans organized by clergymen in some parts of the country for the peaceful repose of the souls of the departed kids. The Kumba City Mayor has also announced that the 7 kids will be laid to rest on November 5th, 2020 in the southwest region of the country. Ivory Coast Electoral Commission has started to announce the preliminary results of the presidential vote that held Saturday, October 31st, 2020, with 2 of the 4 candidates boycotting. Incumbent President Alassane Ouattara is expected to win, especially in the north of the country, as the area is known for being a stronghold of president, report has stated. And according to the first results, President Alassane Ouattara obtained 98% of the votes in Kourougo, the northern capital, with an 88% participation. Ouattara's opponents keep claiming his bid for a 3rd term was unconstitutional and say the vote, which according to them is an attempt at a coup d'etat, was a failure. Through FPI's leader Pascal Afingwesan, opposition leaders called for a civil transition on Sunday and once more stated they no longer recognize Alassane Ouattara as the Ivory Coast president. The RHDP ruling party has meanwhile warned the opposition against any attempt of destabilization. Algerians voted in a referendum on Sunday to revise the constitution after long-time President Bouteflika was forced to resign last year following mass protests. And according to the government, it will neutralize the Iraq protest movement and will bring in a new Algeria. But according to opponents, they say it will change much. The Iraq, on their part, have rejected the document and called for a boycott. The 6,000 polling stations all over the country are said to have closed at 7 p.m. as an extremely low turnout in the vote and a crushing defeat for the regime was witnessed. Reports from the country states that at 5 p.m. the turnout rate was just up to 18%, according to Mohamed Chafi, the president of the Independent National Authority on Elections. The turnout were both at 10% mark with 11.5 and 12.5. In December 2019 presidential election, the lowest turnout rate in any pluralistic presidential election in the history of Algeria has set the bar at 13.93%. On to Tanzania, the ruling Chama cha Mapinduzi party candidate Joseph Magufuli, who according to the electoral body won 84% vote, while rival Tunde Lissu received 13%, affirmed the win and announced that he has no intention of seeking a third term. And according to Magufuli appeal to the nation, him and his voters casted their vote in a peaceful way and also witnessed Tanzania receive the result in a peaceful way. He stated this has proven to the world that Tanzanians are mature and when it comes to elections and democracy, but we have also proven to the world that Tanzanians love peace. Now that the election is over, it is time to go back to work, the president addressed his citizens. Regional experts of Tanzania Elections Watch noted a heavy deployment of military and police whose conduct created a climate of fear, as others allege election-related fraud and intimidation. The opposition alleges widespread irregularities, including double voting and ballot box seizing by security forces of other authorities. Main rival Lissu was rejected and results called for a peaceful protest. In sports, the Cameroon Professional Football League, which has suffered a series of course, postponements due to clashes between the governing body, that's the FECAFOOT, and the Cameroon Professional Football League, LFPC, has officially returned to action yesterday, November 1st, 2020. At the Amadou Ahidjo Stadium in Yaoundé yesterday, Panthère Sportive of Ndé yesterday played Coton Sport of Garoua in a football game during the opening of the 2020-2021 Elite One football season in the country. The football family in Cameroon is expecting to see more from the teams or in a series of preparation matches played during a pre-season tournament, as well as the various signing made. The 2019-2020 game session was suspended with the outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, it is on this sport note that we end this edition of the Midday Flash. We urge you to stay tuned at 7 p.m. I will be back for another edition. Until then, have a good day.